You might know this guy here. This guy, Jack Doherty. I haven't seen a lot of him, but let's just say, from what I've seen, he got famous from a very young age. But I just my assumption is that he, probably wasn't parented that well, because he turned out to be a very big asshole. And not just being arrogant. This is just a given with these kinds of people, but also in the exploitative way, which I'm curious if it will be mentioned in this video. But yeah, apparently he ended his career for the 6th time, and the fact that he was able to come back 5 times already is just insane. So let's get into this.
The human cockroach known as Jack Doherty
already starting strong. The human cockroach.
He has been.
Well, I mean, this would be an insult to Asmongold, as since he's the Roach King. So even being called a cockroach is too mild, I would assume. I would say.
On a downward spiral for the better part of 2 years. And if you're one of the thousands of people and not one of the tens of thousands of view bots watching his stream, you will have been
interesting. Okay, so he has a lot of more bots than viewers. Interesting.
Witness to the nosedive that his career has taken over the years. How he's turned fans into haters, how he's turned haters into people who want him to get off the fucking internet.
But the thing is, you can have haters, you can be hated by a lot of people. You have made a lot of money in the meantime. I mean, he just needs to have a good budget plan or whatever. He can just, I'm pretty sure he has enough money so that he can, invest it and just live off of those returns. I mean, maybe he won't be able to live such a luxurious life as he does now, maybe, or maybe he can with those, but at least he won't but he may. I'm pretty sure he will get a lot of return that is way above just a regular salary, so he still will be able to live in luxury. I'm pretty sure. I have no idea how old he is, how long he's been starting, in the position he is at, but that is if he is able to manage his finances well, which, I mean, I don't know him, so who am I to know? I don't know. We'll see.
And all the rest. So this
now, even if his YouTube career crashes, there's this one thing that he does on the side, or maybe even as his main income, which will not go down. I'm pretty sure. Not I'm pretty sure. Yes. I would even bet money on it that it will still continue to work out. For those who don't know, maybe it will be mentioned. If not, I will mention it at the end.
I want to talk about Jack Doherty's past, present, and future.
Okay.
How this fucking nutsack with lips plans to continue his dying career.
I sense some subjective hostility towards him. Nutsack with lips. Interesting insults.
Say his career is on life support is a disrespect to life support, because life support saves lives, it doesn't save cancers. Let's take a look at the downfall of Jack Doherty. Leave a like if you enjoy and subscribe if you're new. Let's get into it.
The most hated streamer in the world is somehow even more pathetic than people thought he was.
One of them being he flipped an entire golf cart on top of me on purpose.
And at this point, there doesn't seem to be...
Oh yes, and I think he was worried because he rented that golf cart. He was more worried about the liability instead of if she was hurt, if I remember correctly. So yeah, that's the type of person we're talking here.
A single line he won't cross for clout and money.
He literally was excited over the fact that we were going to make the most money we have ever made in our lives. It wasn't because he was excited to have a baby with me and have a family and start a new era.
It is.
Who would have thought that a guy like that wasn't excited about being a father? Honestly, at this point... this is a completely new topic. No, I'm not going to go into that.
So that's his girlfriend, by the way. This is his ex-girlfriend, McKinley. Jack Doherty being exposed as a money-worshipping sycophant doesn't surprise me, because it is really the most uncool people, the most lame people that think that money will unlame them. They think that the more money they make, the more likable they become, and there is never and will never be a correlation between the two. Money has zero effect on how fucking cool you are. Jack Doherty is actually a case for the opposite being true.
Exactly. I just noticed. I hope his webcam will switch to the left more, because then I would have to change the the chat box. But I would say I'm seeing it this way, that I turned my mic a little bit quieter so it's not too loud, because I think that, yeah, never mind. I'm looking this way, that I support earning that much money so that you can focus more on being yourself, because if you depend on money a lot, you live from paycheck to paycheck, you cannot even save up in emergencies, whatever, you're at the mercy of other people, so you have to play by the rules and pretend to be likable and whatever. But then if you make a lot of money, obviously you can be more yourself and focus on that. You just do your thing, right? And you have this money not to be cooler or whatever, just to I have enough money to live off of it for the next few years maybe. And you can just say, okay, I'm just going to be myself. The thing is, the yourself you are being, that's the thing that you should work on, to that it should be pleasant, right? So that people stay with you for you and not for your money, right? And I mean in general, like friends, right? Because if you have a lot of money but you're an asshole, if people are around you, they're just around you for your money. But even if you have a lot of money, if your character is pleasant, they will stay for you, usually, and hopefully that should be the idea. So yeah, I mean, it's really clear that that's not the point here, right?
The more money he's gotten, the more insufferable he's become.
Yes, and then you expect, and you wonder that he is not a family person, that he's not excited to have a child. I mean, you could have said that from the beginning, usually, right?
Is one of, if not the most unlikable people on the internet. As he's become more popular and presumably richer, that dislike has only increased.
Okay, sorry, I need to change the chat box. I just looked over here and he stays over there. So I'm going to move the chat box. No. Chat box. Chat box. Over here.
So for him to be excited about more money being made shows you the disconnect between him and the public perception, because he thinks, well, if I make more millions, then I'll have more fans. It's like, nobody, not even close to true.
Because he was excited to have a baby with me and have a family and start a new era.
It has reached the stage where his ex-girlfriend did a 5-hour interview exposing him for being a terrible and abusive boyfriend.
Shocker.
Who manipulated her through false
Shocker.
information, trapped her with endless contracts and NDAs. And
I'm sorry, but what the fuck did she see in this demon? This might be the most convincing case I've seen against looks maxing, because that dude is hideous and she's actually pretty good looking.
the money he was
Yeah, the thing is also, if she was only in for the money, I can understand that. There are people like this who are only in for the money. But if she expected anything beyond, that starts to go into delusion. Let's be real.
able to make from her. And instead of taking these allegations seriously or addressing them at all, Jack was busy trying to break into events he wasn't invited to, getting into arguments with other creators, and saying the most outrageous stuff he could think
That is just beyond embarrassing.
of.
I'm kidding, but like, my brother's gay. The fuck? I kissed 2 guys at once. How can I be homophobic? You don't know anything. You're just a woman.
You can still be homophobic.
You don't know anything, you're just a woman. Are you kidding me? And this guy still has people watching him.
Oh, and what are you?
All for the sake of farming viral
what are you?
clips,
A human being, you
just
piece
so
of
he can
shit.
keep his dying career afloat for a little while longer. Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we're
They're very informative and very infuriating.
taking a look at yet another chapter in the deserved downfall of Jack Doherty. How he's continuing to dig
I
deep.
can't stand
Imagine
how
going to the barber
looks.
and asking them for the Doherty. Imagine taking a screenshot of this and showing it to
Honestly, each barber, if they get a customer and somebody wants this haircut, like this guy, should just be thrown out.
your barber. Like, do you hate your life? I think if you have this haircut, there's a better chance of you getting into college if you say the N-word as a white man than having this haircut. If this guy has this haircut versus another guy who's white who says the N-word guy is getting into college.
But despite hitting rock bottom many times already, how he's turned into everyone's go-to target for insults and hate, both online and in
Can you
person,
blame them?
and why many believe he should be straight up locked behind bars for everything his ex revealed about his behavior off camera. And on the off chance he actually does, we'll be here to cover it all, so hit that subscribe button to make sure you don't miss any future updates. And let's get on with the video. Jack Doherty is arguably one of the most infamous streamers on the planet. He made a name for himself by harassing people in real life.
Oh, this is beyond cringe. Ah, it's painful.
And then hiding behind his bodyguard when
That's even more pathetic.
things got real. He also became
Look at him just... Oh my god. Oh, somebody just go punch him, please.
known for hanging out with a bunch of OF models on streams. We now know the true extent to which he was exploiting these girls, but we'll get to
but...
that in a bit.
Okay, good.
This is the whole point that I'm trying to make. Like, if a homeless guy shows up, but he's good looking, this guy has a better chance inserting his dick into any of these girls than Jack Doherty does, because he's exploiting them for money versus those girls actually having an attraction to him.
Which simply, Jack was the quintessential nuisance streamer who quickly became one of the most hated figures on the internet. And while this notoriety fueled his growth initially, it has also become a key factor of his perpetual downfall. Because whenever something bad happens to him, not a single soul is willing to give him any support. Every day when Jack is having a bad day is a good day. When I got a notification that he lost everything, I smiled. Jack Doherty is not doing very well. Good.
You have to be such an asshole and a bad person that every person on the internet gets happy when you are, you know, usually, even if you're a stranger, usually you could expect people to have empathy for you, right? But to be that big of an asshole that people are genuinely happy if you get hurt, boy did you mess up in life.
Last time everyone was clowning on Jack, he was trying to gain online attention by faking a robbery.
I just got robbed on Rodeo Drive. 4 armed guys hopped out of their car, ripped both my chains off my neck.
Crashing out over his girlfriend, McKinley, breaking up with him, and calling the cops to escape his clutches.
His hands on her.
As like my girlfriend called the cops on me. I can't believe what's happening right now. Girls are the fake it. You guys wouldn't even believe it. Bro, you called the cops on me, my own.
And failing miserably at farming sympathy from the internet.
Obviously.
She's my girlfriend, that's why I've been with her for the past 2 years. You know, it's like,
People don't feel sorry for him, they feel happy for her.
I'm not an idiot. I'm not gonna be with someone I don't love or don't think I would be with in the future.
Did I just hear a smoke detector chirp in a fucking multi-million-dollar
I didn't even realize it, but yes, now that it just beeped.
mansion?
Years, you know, it's like, I'm not an idiot. I'm not gonna be with someone I don't love or
Yes. I mean, I've seen this as a running gag that, you know, oh, smoke detector alarm, and I know you just people don't switch the batteries or whatever, but what's this running joke about that? I don't understand. I need to look it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
don't think I would be with in the future. And I don't think it's something like we can't overcome, but like...
Now, from everything that came out when the breakup happened,
He just said it's something that I don't think we can't overcome. Bro, she's over your cum.
back in May last year, we had
You were giving her the Taco Bell dick, and I don't think she was having a Baja Blast.
some idea of why McKinley made this decision.
He got violent with her last last night. He put his hands on her, she came to my house. I'm the friend. I'm an old friend of his.
However, even with everything people already knew about Jack, no one could have predicted just how dire her situation really was. The details of—
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at the situation. I'm laughing at this acne-ridden chud being next to this girl who's like objectively at least 4 points above his league.
No one could have predicted just how dire her situation really was. The details of her life with Jack became public in October 2025, when McKinley appeared on Camilla Araujo's podcast, who was also a part of Jack's group until earlier that year. The single episode was divided into 2 parts, spanning over 5 hours in total, and packed to the brim with some of the most damning allegations against Jack. A large portion of these allegations were focused around the same topic: Jack's borderline obsession with farming content. Admittedly, anyone even remotely familiar with him knew this already.
Yes.
After all, the first thought in his mind after crashing his McLaren and injuring his friend wasn't rushing him to a hospital or even making sure that he was
oh no, my car, oh no.
okay. Yeah. Instead, his first instinct was to start filming the aftermath of the crash.
Oh yes, that
just
as well.
So he could get as many views out of the accident as possible. As a comment on YouTube puts it, crashed going 71 miles per hour while reading chat on a highway full of—
How much is 71 in kilometers? 71 mph in kilometers. No, 7 miles per hour is in kilometers per hour. 71. 140. Wow. Okay, it is pretty fast. Wow. In the rain, even while reading. Okay. You know this guy feels invincible, immortal if you do something like that casually.
Rain. He gave his bleeding friend a camera and a phone to get the angles. Don't forget his—
Wait, he didn't even film himself?
His friend's arm is popped out. This man is just disgusting, honestly. But even that incident didn't fully reveal the length Jack's willing to go to.
Honestly, sue. I hope the friend sued him for that.
For content. About an hour and a half into the first part of the podcast, McKinley recounted an incident that happened in August last year. Jack took McKinley and others in his crew to a takeover event in LA, which for those who don't know are informal, often illegal and dangerous car meets, where hundreds of people gather to perform stunts like drifting and street racing in a public space.
I have to say drifting is cool, but come on, do it at a place where it's legal, not on a random road.
Several of these meets usually happen back-to-back on the same night as well,
hey, come on,
with
drifting
viewers
is really
having
cool.
to drive between them if they want to catch all of the action. That night, Jack and the others had already gone to 2 of these events, and were driving to the 3rd one on their tour bus. McKinley, however, had a bad feeling about the whole thing, and decided to stay back in the bus for the 3rd one. Unfortunately for her, the bus turned out to be far less secure than she had hoped.
Like, we were not hiding anywhere. Like, we were in a party bus, like, very out in the open. And I was sitting in my seat, every type of thing, freaking out, so much anxiety. And then I hear the car door open. And I pop my head up, and I'm like, okay, everyone's back, like, finally time to go. When I looked up from the seat, I make eye contact with the guy I'd never seen before, in a surgical mask. Like, it wasn't the 2 guys in shiesties that I had seen. It was a guy with a bag.
You know it's bad when your options are surgical mask guy and shiesty guy.
A gun.
She didn't know what this guy's intentions were, and was understandably scared out of her mind.
Wow.
And I looked at him. He said, "Who's in this party bus?" I didn't think he knew I was in there. So when I popped up and like made eye contact with him, I thought maybe it would spook him and that he would like get out. And then I saw him hop over the seat into the van. And in this van, like, you're able to stand up fully straight up. He started running towards me, and I was like, I'm dead. Like, this is the time I either get killed or something horrible. And I just remember saying, please, no, like, was begging him. I was like, you can have.
I'm not trying to be that guy, but why would Jack Doherty show up to a car meet when he's like the richest and also most hated person there? Wouldn't they just rob him? I wouldn't go there if I was him because I know that people hate me and that they know that I have money. Like, you would be the first person to steal like $1 million worth of shit.
And if not that, at least people will, you know, try to get money out of him, right? With, I don't know, participate and, you know, you can win money and then they set him up or something like that.
Off of somebody and the whole internet is on your side.
Everything, like, of mine.
That's crazy.
You know, my purse, you can have my money. I couldn't find my purse anywhere.
This poor girl has to fucking go with him. Like, this guy's insanely evil.
I was like,
just let her go home. Is this like a cute date for Jack Doherty? Let me bring my girlfriend to a car meet where we drift and shit. Like, bro, how about like a nice dinner?
And where there are
you're
dangerous
bringing
people.
her around a bunch of thugs and hooligans.
I was like, where the fuck is it? I was like, please help me find it.
Luckily, the guy was only after her money and took off after robbing her. And while
So she got just fucking straight up robbed. That's awful.
losing everything sucked.
I mean, in this situation, it was the best thing that could have happened. Let's be honest. As scary as it was, obviously, I'm not trying to, you know, make it sound right, but at least it was only about about money, stealing money. At least.
It was one of the better outcomes of that unpredictable situation.
It was the best one. It was the best one. I mean, come on.
Get away with it.
I thought he lived in a nice area, bro. What?
It could have been a stolen gun. He had a mask on. They could have came back to me dead in the car.
Yes.
But I was like, please help me find my purse. Like, I'll give you everything.
After calming her nerves, she managed to call Jack and the others back to the bus. And
how about call the police at this point? Let's.
Going through such a traumatic event, the least she deserved was reassurance from her boyfriend.
Yeah,
Jack, however, had something else on his mind.
Filming.
To him, McKinley nearly losing her life was nothing more than great content that is sure to go viral.
Take your stuff?
I think.
What the fuck?
Oh no, I said first my
Oh my gosh,
needs
she's
to
so
get your
freaked out.
fucking bag.
He took your purse?
I don't know.
McKinley, where?
Oh my god.
Where's the key? Where's
Why the
How about comfort her instead of asking about the purse and the fucking key?
fuck is Mickey Mace here? This guy is like a fucking like gambling like weirdo. Why is he
I
here?
have no idea who that is.
I don't know.
McKinley, where?
Oh my god.
Where's the key? Where's the key?
She's hysterical. Don't ask her questions.
But that was the most real trauma.
Even when she explicitly asked Jack to cut the cameras, he did not listen
Obviously
and
he
continued
didn't.
filming.
Like,
Bro, can you
People, if you didn't have any reasons to hate Doherty, this piece of crap. Honestly, someone who treats people like this deserves to be alone.
you imagine those moments being put online against your will? She's like,
Yeah.
dude, please don't do that. Please, can you take this off the air? And he's
Couldn't she sue him for that? I mean, I don't know, or at least, you know, go to the police or ask, or I don't know, do something to get it taken off.
like,
Take him down.
no, it's offline, and it's just not. Your boyfriend's lying to you, exploiting your fucking breakdown for content. Jeez, what a fucking insaniac.
it was a noise that had never came out of me before. I was freaking out. Jack was, you know, yelling at me. He was like, what happened? And I'm like shaking. I'm like, I can't even.
He just added to her freak out, or, you know, her situation, stressing her more up by being louder and whatever. Such a piece of shit.
Explain what happened. He refused to shut off the camera. He refused to stop his live stream. He was laughing about it, saying like, well, you're gonna wake up tomorrow and like you're gonna wake up to all these TikToks. And
So she almost died, or you know, worse. Who cares about that at that point? You're happy. You're just happy you're alive, and not, you know, taking advantage of.
Dude, this guy's sick.
like these viral clips.
Psycho
I'm like,
at
Jack,
this
I don't
point.
care. I'm like, everything is content.
Yes.
Like, I don't know what isn't anymore.
However, as awful as this behavior was, at least he wasn't the one who caused the incident in the first place. Because, as it turns out, he's not above deliberately harming others just for the sake of farming viral clips.
Wait, why am I even
Forget
surprised?
that his early content was going into
Pranking.
Dick's Sporting Goods and trashing the place while trying not to get caught and filming it all. Like, this guy didn't have innocent origins and turn evil.
And he did not get fined for that? Because obviously it was online.
He was always a fucking evil scumbag, and then it just got taken to its extreme. So it's like par for the course for a guy like him.
And there's no better example of this than one of his streams back in November 2023.
Oh yeah, that's
when he
the one.
flipped a golf cart while McKinley was sitting beside him. He received plenty.
She could have fallen off of it in a bad way so that the car or parts of the car could, fell on top of her or, leg or whatever.
Of backlash for it back when it happened, but for the wrong reason. You see, most people at the time assumed that he was just being reckless.
I feel bad for McKinley. I thought she was under the go. Jack has to be more careful. Bro, we know you'll be trying to get the views on every video, but you have to be careful with the people around and be safe, brother.
And the cart.
I feel bad of McKinley. I thought she was under the golf cart. Jack has to be more careful. Listen, Michael Grinberg 154, he needs to be banned from Earth. He doesn't need to be more careful. He needs to be banned from Earth.
Flipping over was a total accident, with some commenters even telling him to be, quote, careful. But as McKinley revealed during the podcast,
it's intentional.
This was no accident.
Yeah.
One of them being he flipped an entire golf cart on top of me on purpose, and it was for a clip. I know that because he was trying his best to flip it, and you can see in the footage the only thing that he was looking for was the camera to see if they got it. I want to insert that clip and show you guys what had happened.
And that wasn't even the worst of it.
Why was she still together with him? Because of contracts or whatever? Then at least, I don't know, move out or whatever. At least.
Jack not only did the stunt on purpose, he once again prioritized content over the safety and well-being of his girlfriend.
He had prior obligations to go on a yacht with Antonio Brown, so it wasn't a priority. I was like, Jack, I need to go to the hospital. I was crying. I couldn't even walk. My back was so bruised up, and like my whole entire spine was just bruised.
Wow.
And my neck, it had hit my neck. It literally could have killed me.
Or paralyzed her.
He kept trying to convince her that she was...
At this point, if she would have been paralyzed, he probably would have just left her there, right?
Was okay.
This seems to be a repeat trend where it doesn't matter how much of your life is at risk. He's going to keep filming and exploiting you for content. This is exactly what happened with the...
And probably if people die, he'll just, it's live stream. But afterwards, maybe just, censor something but still show the thing.
Car crash. And I don't know if I would make a law around this, but if you decide your priority is content over medical and interpersonal assistance toward the person who was just seriously
human
harmed,
life,
I would say you probably should be tried for negligence or maleficence or some shit. I don't know if that's even a word, like malignant intent or some shit, right? Like you actively are not helping a person in medical need because
I don't know how it is in the US, but in Austria, if you don't perform CPR on a person or call the ambulance, you are held liable for that. You're gonna get arrested for that, or go before court. At least you are expected. It is your duty to at least call the police. If CPR, mouth to mouth. If it's something that is grosses you out or whatever, you're not expected to do that, but at least CPR, chest compressions, at least that much. You are expected to do in Austria. If not, even if this person survives, whatever happens, you're going to be in trouble. I hope this is the same in the US as well, but I don't know.
because of your content desire. And that to me should be something that you can get charged with. Like, imagine sticking a phone in someone's face or a camera in someone's face while they're drowning instead of like helping them up. That's gotta be illegal. It should be.
If you've got free time and
This should be honestly be tried as if you would have drowned the person yourself. You know, just first degree murder or second. I don't know how the degrees work, but you know, just murder at this point.
a phone, you can get paid right now just by playing games and doing surveys thanks to today's sponsor, Free Cash. It's a legit platform where you can earn real money for trying apps, testing games, or quick surveys. People are cashing out in as little as 17 minutes with PayPal, gift cards, or crypto, and it's completely free to join. And
I don't know how much this has changed, but I used one of these apps for maybe 10 years ago. I played for, I think, a month to get $5. Or was it 10? 5 or 10, something like that. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't know if it got easier now, but I don't know. Even if it is legit, you can spend your time doing something else to get money instead of this.
super easy. So if you're already on your
If you want to try this out, I guess do it.
phone, you might as well make some cash. Click the link in the description or scan the QR code on screen and start earning now.
And that it was nothing. However, when she took matters into her own hands and went to the hospital without him, he suddenly rushed over to the hospital. Of course, the reason behind this visit had little to do with his concern over his girlfriend, and it was more about his desire to get as much content out of it as possible.
Right.
And he was filming me. I was so embarrassed because I'm in the hospital, you're filming all of these things. He was like, you're the
How did the doctors even permit him to film?
baddest one in the hospital on video. And I was
You're the baddest one. She's in the hospital. No one cares how they look in a hospital.
like, I'm just not in the mood for this, but
Yes,
he was filming and
obviously.
they gave me medicine.
But at least he pretended to care while the cameras were on, as he not only never treated her like a normal girlfriend behind the scenes, but sometimes even got physically violent with her over otherwise minor arguments.
If you are being attacked, like as a man, if you're being attacked by a woman, I 100% support you can, protect yourself. But if you are the aggressor, just because, let's say maybe someone is in danger to hurt others and then you intervene, okay. But if you, hurt your girlfriend, just because, you can't control yourself, you're a piece of shit, you're not even, you're barely human. Who the fuck are you to hurt your girlfriend? Who the fuck are you that you think you have the authority or the right to do that?
He's like, you're not grateful for shit. He's like, I should have never.
You're not grateful for. Okay, no, calm down. Calm down. I was just about to freak out. He almost killed her. At least once. What should she be grateful? Thank you that you didn't finish the job or what?
Giving you a fucking chance. And I'm not grateful for shit. He was like, I should have never given you a fucking chance.
Yeah, he would have done her a favor at this point.
And I'm brushing my teeth. I'm crying. There are tears coming down my face.
He sounds
And he comes right here.
psycho
And
sociopath at this point.
he's like, you're a stupid fucking whore. You fucking. And he's spitting on me. He literally, I could feel the fucking spit come off of
And
his
she
mouth.
still stayed
because
with
of how close
him.
he was to my face, screaming in my ear. And he pushes me as hard as he can into the wall. And I caught myself in my arm when I have a picture.
Bro had a fucking chud explosion. This guy chud raged
Chud-splosion.
all over his girlfriend.
How did people not just, surround him on the streets and just beat the shit out of him? Like, not finish him, but at least beat him up with, break stuff and things. He deserves it.
For no reason. What did he say? Sorry?
And into the wall, close to my face, screaming in my ear. And he pushes.
He's screaming in your ear saying what?
He's like, you're a stupid fucking whore. You fucking. He's spitting on me.
Oh, dude, what? Save that shit for India. You can get away with that there. Here we treat our women like people. Sorry, Jack.
Wow.
Literally, I could feel the fucking spit come off of his mouth because of how close he was to my face, screaming in my ear. And he pushes me as hard as he can into the wall.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. If I was her, I'd fight back. I think you have a decent chance against Jack Doherty. He don't seem too strong. He seems like a fucking Lego figure.
I mean, yeah, he doesn't look like he works out, so probably she could do it. Well, there is always, no matter how strong a guy is, there is almost a weak point. Just like the Death Star. It can destroy planets, but there is one single weak point. That if we hit that one, it doesn't matter how powerful it is, it goes down. You know exactly the place. If you're at the danger, if the guy starts getting physical, pushing you, hitting you, whatever, there are no rules. You go for that weak spot. Once, twice, 3 times, whatever. Just right? You're doing 2 good things. Once you're protecting yourself, 2 you protect future children from being born to such a piece of shit.
And I caught myself in my arm, which I have a picture.
But yeah, getting spit on you is pretty gross. Ooh, damn, yeah, she's bruised up.
The bruise.
At least she made pictures.
Which begs
she has
the
at least
question,
one valid
why did
case.
McKinley get in a relationship with
Yes.
such an awful guy in the first place? And the answer to this question involves the biggest accusation McKinley made against Jack on this podcast.
Which is-
Trafficking?
Put simply, Jack actually treated her super well in the beginning.
So? The moment he starts to treating you like trash, hitting you, whatever, that's when you go. It does not matter what happened in the past. I'm saying this also from personal experience. Because something good was in the past, whatever the situation now is, or at the end, it does not matter. That person could have been for 20 years the sweetest person, carry on his arms. The moment he comes after with a knife, all those 20 years are gone. To be extreme, right? Yeah, to go into the extreme. If that person starts insulting you, spitting on you, hitting you, those things are gone. The past, gone.
He talked extensively about
Loverboy method.
how he made her feel loved and protected during the early days of their relationship.
I know this.
Yes, but the moment the thing on the thing happened with the tour bus, at least you take her with you, or you stay there with her and watch from the bus or whatever. But you do not separate.
There was a time when she could see herself spending the rest of her life with Jack.
Yes, as soon as that time is gone, you go. You don't hope for it to come back. Maybe if it's a person that you could say, okay, let's go to therapy with, or to a marriage partner counselor or whatever. Yes. But if that person goes the road that this piece of shit goes to, you don't even hope for a change. You go, you leave.
Despite how he treated everyone else on his streams, he was nice and kind to her.
That is also a red flag. A person, obviously you care most for the person you like or you love or whatever, but you're at least kind or at least neutral to everybody else. But if you're actively hostile or just bad towards others for no reason, if it was like a bully or whatever, it's something else. But if random people for no reason, that's a red flag. Why are you kind to me but assholes to everybody else? Something's fishy there. If
he was toxic in the beginning, why was I with him? But he wasn't. He was amazing. And I want people to know that I didn't put myself in a toxic situation, but he was so different in the beginning.
Right.
And I know what people see of him online, it's obviously negative and all this stuff, but that wasn't who I fell for. It was.
And the reason you stay is because you're attached to what was.
Yes.
Thinking that someone who played a role and acted out a facade will become that facade eventually if you give them enough chances, right? Which isn't true.
Not that. It was a protector. It was a provider. It was someone that had respect for me and, just...
I'm sorry, protector. I get provider. Protector? Bruh, his bodyguard's the protector. Go date his bodyguard.
I was okay, and opening the car door for me, taking me out to dinner.
What's going on with the video? Hey.
Very respectful.
She even mentioned being okay with his OF business as long as he kept her out of it. But then
Okay, that's the
the
video,
mask
that's not my
started
screen.
slipping as his true motive became more and more apparent.
Michelle walked into the bathroom I was in. I was by myself. And she basically told me, listen, don't freak out, but Jack really wants you to start OnlyFans. And he said that there's no reason for you guys to be together if you're not helping. And
there's no reason for two people to be in a relationship if you can't benefit from each other or from, right? No. That's no. In my opinion, the reason why you go in a relationship is because you want to serve the other person, to keep them safe, to make their life better. Provide, of course. But the thing is, if that other person, you have to have, your standards, you have to respect yourself, that if you notice that, I mean, you go in a relationship wanting the other person to do things for you in return, but you cannot expect it. Like, you have to like me, you have to do this, you have to do this. No, it's nice if you do that. It's nice if you do this. If you like me, you should want to do those things, just like the things I do for you because I like you, and I do those because I like you, not because it is expected of me, right? If you do things because it's expected of you, sooner or later you're gonna to stop to do those things. So yes, both people should do something for the other because they want to, because they choose to, because they want to make the life and the day of the other person better. Not because I have to do this because I'm the guy. I have to do this because I'm the woman, for example, right? I do this to you because this is what I can do for you and I want to. The thing I expect you to do things is already abusive in my opinion, or toxic at least.
broke down in tears.
Especially OnlyFans. Especially that. It's one thing if you say, I want you to have a job, and then you go, to work either, something with a degree or just in a store. That's something else. At least to keep your dignity there.
I was like, wow. Like, everything that he had said to me, like, oh, I know you're my wife because you don't have one. And getting me to go to dinner and try.
What?
I was like, wow.
Wait, what?
Like, everything that he had said to me, like, oh, I know you're my wife because you don't have one. And
he said to her, I know you are my wife because you don't have one. What?
And getting me to go to dinner and try to get me on OnlyFans, but it didn't work. Now it's an ultimatum. He wanted me, when he realized he didn't have the control over me.
That's the point where you should have said, no, bye, I'm gone.
When it came to other people and like what they could say, he realized that he did need to create an ultimatum for me. And that was hard for me. And he knew that. He knew what I felt and how I felt about him and the whole situation.
As she mentioned in the podcast, this was quite the shock for McKinley, who never thought Jack would want this from her. But when she tried to argue against it,
that's when his mask started to slip.
And give her reasoning for why she didn't want to do it, that's when the alleged true emotional manipulation began.
They just start laughing. I didn't think it was funny. I guess they were just like, because Jack had never brought up OnlyFans to me, so it was like, because he made everyone else do it. Very awkward. Yeah, he made everyone else do it. Which was, it's sad looking back on it because that was something I respected. I was like, I respect the fact that he cares about my beliefs and he understands that.
Assuming everything she revealed on the podcast.
He respected her beliefs and whatever, but he still exploited other women for OnlyFans. And that's the thing. He made them do that, but he kept a share. And I'm pretty sure, I am pretty confident the majority of the money did not go to the girls. Like, I'm pretty sure he kept most of the money.
Cast was true, it makes it
and then paid them a salary or whatever.
clear why he was so nice to her earlier, since to him, this was all part of his plan to gain her trust and
Obviously,
eventually use that trust to expand his OF business even.
Honestly, a guy who profits from OnlyFans for exploiting other women, that person is not a boyfriend or husband material whatsoever.
Further, after
I feel like you don't need to find a girl and love bomb her into doing OnlyFans in order to make money when there's already a bunch of girls doing OnlyFans who are making so little that they'd be willing to risk making nothing in order to give control of their account over to Jack Doherty's OnlyFans business, right? Like, that sounds crazy to say, but why do you have to usher in new girls to your business when there's already girls doing OnlyFans that you could just manage, right? Like, there's so many girls. Like, the average girl, it's some crazy stat, and I think I should know this stat because I quote it sometimes as a reference point to show the reality of OnlyFans, but it's something like the average OnlyFans earner makes $200 to $500 a month, which is
basically nothing.
It's not really livable in the US. And
wait, 200 a month? That isn't livable, not even kind of.
So if you find the average OnlyFans earner and say, hey, I can take your income and like 10x it or 5x it, here's my case studies, here's my testimonials, like, give me a chance, first month's like 50% off, like, you'd get some clients, I promise. Like, these women are already at the point to do OnlyFans. That shows that their judgment's maybe not the best. They would hand over their account to you. They hand over the keys.
I mean, there is situations where some may start out of desperation because they don't see another way. But I've seen also cases where others saw this as their first option.
The kingdom. So, man, like, finding a girl, like, convincing her that you love her and that you're gonna have kids with her, just to then later on reveal this is your, like, long game to pimp her out is...
Even if, just in the case that you are pimping out others, just already tells you that you're not just a businessman, you're exploiting, and that is not husband material.
So shameless and gross. It's also like, you know, it sounds, you know, this whole thing sounds like Jack Doherty's this master manipulator and he's a genius, evil genius. It's not even that fucking smart. Like, it's really not. Like, you can, like I said, get all these girls who already have these accounts. Why ruin a relationship you have with a girl for...
Because he doesn't care.
For what?
He thinks, oh, I have the money, I can just get another one who's way prettier or whatever. I'm pretty sure that's how he thinks in that small brain in that
like
head.
A little bit more money when there's a lot more money to be made in these other departments. Like, this is all gross, dark, evil business, right? But it's like, why are you taking souls now? This guy's like Satan. He's like getting girls who don't have accounts to make accounts and ruining their lives. That's fucked, dude. Man.
Yeah.
Talking to him, she believed she could talk him out of it. Jack, however, was more prepared to move forward with his plans than
you can't talk with a piece of shit like this.
She realized.
And in my head, I was like, I am not doing this. I'll have a conversation with him tomorrow, and I'll just be like, listen, I've been thinking about it. I can't do it. Like, that's where my head was at, but I just literally, I wanted to stop the conversation. I was so uncomfortable, and he told me to sign it. I didn't even have the opportunity to talk to my parents about it.
He didn't keep you locked away or whatever. You could have said, "No, I'm not signing it now. I'm talking to my parents." I can't believe that she didn't have an option to go away.
Dude, no, you have to talk to your parents. Like, what's going on, dude? What kind of fucked up household do you have to where Jack Doherty makes you sign your life away and your parents don't even know? Man.
I was gonna call my mom because my mom was more comforting.
Now, it's important to clarify that he technically didn't force her to sign that contract, but from everything revealed about his behavior and manipulation, it's not hard to see why she agreed. The contract he had her sign was also quite exploitative, as it gave Jack
Surprise, surprise, who would have thought?
Full control of all her socials, while also making him entitled to a significant portion of her future earnings. Unfortunately for McKinley, that was only the beginning of her troubles.
Access to my accounts and all of this stuff. the disrespect started showing. Like, he was not as respectful as he was in the beginning.
Some pimp behavior.
Dinner, you could forget about it. We never went on dates. We never did anything like how we did in the past. He was strictly just, content. So I was like, how do you keep up with all of this stuff?
So not only did Jack love bomb her in the beginning, just so he could convince her to sign that contract, but the second she did, he dropped the mask entirely and became obsessed with earning as much money through her as possible. This also revealed another destructive side of Jack that she didn't know about before.
It's crazy when you consider most people view money as a means to an end. Like, oh, I want to make as much money as possible so that my wife and children have a financially sound existence.
Yes.
Whereas Jack views people as a means to an end, right? He views women as a means for money, whereas most people view money as a means for people and life.
Yes.
This guy's a fucking satanic, insaniac. What a backwards worldview. What's the point of exploiting people for money when the people that you should be helping with the money are the ones getting exploited? You're a backwards weirdo.
Substance abuse problem. Allegedly, Jack is severely addicted to prescription stimulants.
Adderall.
Even though he doesn't have any legit medical reason to take them. And
so drugs.
If that wasn't bad
Rose Wolf of Wall Street maxing without any of the charisma and swagger
enough, he allegedly forces many of his employees to take it as well, and even got McKinley addicted to the same stuff, just so they could keep up with his insane content schedule.
That just means Adderall should not be prescribed. It's just my argument. I don't think it should be prescribed nearly the amount that it is.
I'm exhausted. Like, how does your life, like, how do you continue to do this? And he was like, it's Adderall. Like, you should try.
What did I say?
Like, you will
I knew it. It's the
successful. I'm not proud of it at all, but I had a horrible Adderall addiction dating him because of him telling me I needed to keep up with him. And also, it's like when Jack's face is somewhere, I was always there. I had to keep up with him.
This one addiction also reveals a lot about why he behaves the way he does on camera. As a comment on YouTube perfectly puts it, addicted to drugs plus addicted to attention. That's a bad combination. That said, if manipulating...
The thing with Adderall as well is that it can make you more aggressive and shorter tempered, which is a bad thing to have when you're an IRL streamer, because you'll be pissing people off that you normally wouldn't, that sort of can create conflict for content.
Her into signing an OF contract and getting her addicted to prescription stimulants wasn't enough. Throughout the podcast, McKinley also revealed many other horrible things Jack did, including actively cheating on her, openly flirting with other girls in front of her, and constantly berating her both on stream and behind the scenes. To Jack, their entire relationship was about the money he could get from OF, and the content he could produce for his other socials. And nothing made this more apparent than when McKinley tested positive on a pregnancy test. If he had even an ounce of real feelings for her, this could have served as a way for them to solidify their relationship into something much more concrete. That's what McKinley expected as well, but nothing in the world could have prepared her for the first thing that popped into his mind after hearing this news.
I told him, and he didn't seem surprised whatsoever. He was like, W. He literally was excited.
Bro, this guy saw his girlfriend get a pregnancy test positive and goes, W. Can we send him to Iran or something, bro? Like, what?
Insane asylum.
Over the fact that we were going to make the most money we have ever made in our lives. It wasn't because he was excited to have a baby with me and have a family and start a new era of our life. It was, oh my gosh, we're gonna start a family YouTube channel and you're going to make so much money when you're pregnant and you have a pregnant belly.
The only silver lining in here was that...
So he was thinking that because she had a pregnant belly that would make the fetishists pay more? Yo, this guy needs... Bro, he's a sick...
I didn't even think about that. Oh man, that's sick.
Freak. Bro, I hope they did not end up having a kid. Like, I'm not trying to be evil or anything, but bro, he does not deserve to have kids.
Jack was very upfront about his intentions. It ended up being a reality check for McKinley, who, after consulting with a few other people, decided to terminate her pregnancy. She did not want to subject herself or her baby to the plans Jack had already made up for them.
Are in an abusive
I mean, she got out now. Why did you have to?
relationship, and you know, they find out they're having a child and they think that the child will, you know, make them a better person.
This incident also gave her the courage to eventually escape his clutches. Now, before moving forward, an important point to note is that while much of Jack's toxic behavior is public on his streams and videos, McKinley didn't provide much evidence for some of the accusations she made against Jack. Though, with everything he's known for, a large chunk of the internet is willing to believe her completely. Some people have also had an issue with her completely glossing over the gross videos she made to promote her OF involving minors, and the fact that her OF is still active months after she separated from Jack, casting doubt on her claims of Jack being the one who manipulated her into it. A proper response from Jack with solid proof can clarify
The issue is that once she sees the proof of concept, like, even if this guy manipulates her and takes all this money, you know, he did give her a lot of free publicity. Well, not free, but publicity that she can then take with her after leaving this guy, right? So, yeah, I'm not holding it against her that she still has an OnlyFans after being with this guy. I don't support it because I don't support OnlyFans, but, like, it makes sense in this context, right? I mean, it'd be cool if she stopped, but she won't. You know, she's not going to.
These doubts.
And all those OnlyFans promotion videos she posts on YouTube Shorts, like, who do you think taught her that?
One way or another. But from the looks of things, he's showing no interest in defending himself. Maybe he thinks ignoring the controversy would make it go away.
Yeah, just stick your head in the sand.
Fortunately for him, the walls are starting to close in from every direction, and there's nothing he can do to come out the other side unscathed. People around the internet are fed up with his antics. The comments under everything he posts are flooded with people either hating on him or demanding justice for McKinley, be it on YouTube, TikTok, or any other social platforms he uses. This backlash has also tanked his viewership, especially on YouTube, where he went from getting hundreds of thousands of viewers per video to often not even reaching 100,000. But online backlash and hate is one thing. Jack's even getting cooked in real life as well, like when he tried to sneak into TwitchCon by making one of his new OF girls distract the guards.
He can't even buy a TwitchCon ticket? That's embarrassing. I mean, he can, but that's just embarrassing.
That guy, make him look to the right, we're all gonna walk left.
What the fuck?
Is your mic allowed in? Why don't we just go
He was also very proud of this little stunt.
That's embarrassing.
Oh, he snuck into
I snuck in there and saved myself a couple $10. Wow. Such a big man.
TwitchCon, right? Nice. We snuck into TwitchCon.
Good shit, dude. I'm really happy to see you here.
And he posted giving TwitchCon enough evidence to ban him. Or, I mean, did they? I don't know. Yeah, I guess not.
Snuck into TwitchCon.
That is until just a few minutes later, when he got confronted by the guards.
Out over here, I need to speak to you.
Yeah.
Just come on out.
I got you.
Come on out over to.
And was promptly kicked out of the venue.
Short to be security. You are way too short to be security.
Now you caught up.
Shaming the security guy. Just shut up.
You didn't even run after us.
Oh, dude, that's fucking brutal. The black pill is everywhere.
Yeah, why are you?
After his master plan of causing chaos at TwitchCon and farming clips failed completely, he became even more desperate and started shouting homophobic slurs just to get attention. And when streamer Peach Jars called him out on it, he had the strangest excuse locked and loaded.
I'm kidding, but like, my brother's gay. The fuck? I kissed two guys at once. How can I be homophobic? You don't know anything. You're just a woman.
You can still be homophobic.
Oh, and what are you? Homosexual?
A reasonable human being.
Yeah. Nice. I have no idea what she's already like.
So brutal.
I'm homophobic. I love my brother.
You're not just here all this.
Yeah, wow, okay, I have a brother. I love my brother. I'm... what? Wait, I have...
Homosexual?
A reasonable human being.
I have to listen to what he said again because it was stupid, so stupid.
This is so brutal.
I'm homophobic. I love my brother.
You're not just here all this slurs.
If you love your brother, it doesn't mean you're gay. It's called loving your family because love doesn't always have to be sexual. Dude, I mean, we're talking about this guy. You can't expect logic from this guy.
So doesn't mean I'm homophobic just because I say fact, I'm homophobic. Fact, I'm homophobic.
What was reasonable?
And nothing's gonna happen to me.
Oh, dude, this...
Just look how desperate he looks around. Just, oh, is everybody watching?
I'm
See?
homophobic.
What was reasonable?
And nothing's gonna happen to me.
Oh, dude, this is so brutal. This is Jester maxing.
That's the problem.
He was likely hoping to turn this into a full confrontation.
Props to her that she, you know, just shot back once, twice, and just, you know.
But Peach Jars quickly realized what he was doing and simply walked away.
Respect.
Causing him to become even more desperate.
I need a good comeback. I need something from you. You're full.
Why is she
She already gave him 2 comebacks. And that was more than enough. Just
hanging with him?
I need you to have one good hateful comment on me. Something that makes sense. Something that's true. Because I'm not...
Let's go.
No, because you have nothing to say. You definitely...
So yeah, she has nothing to say because she's the better person.
Nothing to say.
Then, when he was
say something to me. Say something
least
to me.
expecting it, streamer Soul
baby.
Jakey found him in the crowd and began pressing him for scamming tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars from his fans through crypto rug pools.
Let's see.
How come you rugged all those meme coins, bro? On pop on.
I didn't.
What do you mean? You did. You're still streaming?
Yeah, I'm live right
No, me, you.
On pop on? Streaming on pop on.
So pathetic.
You took all the money from those like 4 coins.
I didn't take money from shit. Look at the charts, boy.
You didn't rug them?
Nope.
It was a straight red candle, bro. On every single one of them.
No, it wasn't.
Oof.
Nah, no one bought it. You rugged for 6K though.
Oof.
I rugged a coin for $6,000 with a fuck.
By this point, the frustration of
6K?
his plans falling apart was
He's that
clearly
broke?
getting to him, resulting in him lashing out at Soul Jakey just a few minutes later.
Stupid part, you can't even let me speak, you idiot.
Go ahead.
Can you speak, you fucking idiot?
On that one.
Hey, you guys are so dumb.
Yeah.
You think I made only 6
Dave, you got 6K.
And if that wasn't enough, he
So
got pressed
pathetic.
by another streamer named Canel Joseph, who not only humiliated him in front of a live crowd,
Rage baiting the internet's most disliked influencer. Wait, tell me he rage baited Doherty.
What are your thoughts on Jack Doherty?
He's a put.
Why?
Because it's Jack Doherty, bro. He's
Yeah, just look at him.
a put, bro. If he doesn't have no security, bro, he's.
but also
Yes! Just imagine what a bitch he would be without security.
shared the video with a much larger audience on YouTube.
Damn.
And all of this happened on the same night. Jack has become the punching bag of the streaming world, where anyone can walk up, insult him to his face, and the internet would cheer them on.
Should I go do that as well?
That's not to say this is enough to pay for everything McKinley accused him of.
Nah.
He should absolutely face proper consequences.
He should go to prison and just lose all his assets. Because what good is it if he goes to prison if he keeps everything anyway, right? You know, just suing him for emotional damage and whatever. Physical damage, you know, the golf cart thing, the physical abuse, all of that. I mean, she has proof. She has at least one picture of bruises.
For his vile actions. And for a moment, it looked like his luck had finally run out, because on the 15th of November, he was arrested in Florida for the possession of marijuana and other controlled substances.
Yeah, without a prescription. So I did see that he ended up getting arrested, but obviously...
Let's see how much he gets. I'm pretty sure he won't get a lot.
He's walking free, and that to me...
He won't even get any time.
Shows that there's still work to be done. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the current state of Jack Doherty's career. What do you guys think about this down in the comments below? What do you...
He's just a he's not even human trash. Breaking spoon found in kitchen. Yeah, basically. So yeah, this person, a Cheeto. We've seen videos from him already, I think. Go watch his videos. His videos are awesome.